Welcome back, Lisa here, nursing student. As you can see the title of the video, I want to discuss why nursing students are burned out before even they graduate and how this will progress in their life, in their career. So I'll start myself. For 20 years, actually, I thought about nursing on and off. I started in my 20s and I was just like, I don't know, because back then I'm in an accelerated program. You need a bachelor's degree. I didn't have a bachelor's degree back then. And I need so many prerequisites that it was like 2 or 3 years to get through the prerequisites. The program was 4 years, and I think another 2 years to wait to get in. So was that over 8 years or whatever? It just didn't make any sense. I needed income. I need to be working. So, you'll probably see that's my little fellow back there. That's Aslan. So yeah, that didn't make any sense at all. So this video, just want to shed light on those in this program, this nursing program, how hard it is and what you have to go through. It's no joke when people say it's blood, sweat, and tears. It literally is. And you give so much of yourself, and there's not much left to give afterwards. So, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. But yeah, this video is not a complaint. It's just to shed light. So you're struggling with nursing school. You're not weak. You're navigating a system that needs serious repair. If you see my other video, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So let's break this down. So there's this program, you go through emotional exhaustion. There are days where I didn't even want to do any schoolwork. But it's I have to do another paper, I have to do some group work, partner work, I have to write a quiz, I have to go to clinical, I have to get up early, at 5 in the morning, and it's just so exhausting. And there's no one really to talk to you about it. You're your professors, but we're all adult learners. Some of them you walk around with eggshells, and you don't feel support from them at all. And then the mental fatigue. The academic load is relentless. As I said, quizzes, clinical prep, researching your patient, their diagnosis, their mobility, their code status, their medication, everything. So when you're in clinical, you're on, and that's mentally exhausting. You're also having lack of sleep. You gotta pay for parking. You gotta drive there. And so it's just relentless. There's another one, loss of joy. When you're in school, most people come into this field wanting to help people, but I just found myself in nursing school just surviving, not feeling inspired, feeling really disconnected. So I remember one week I was juggling group projects, early morning clinicals, and feedback from an instructor. It's just one last thing, I just wanted to cry. I wanted to go to the bathroom at clinical and just not even deal with anyone, and dealing with patients and their families. It was just it's too much. So why is the system burning us out? Well, unrealistic demands. We're expected to function like a full-time employee. We don't get paid as a full-time employee. Very little support. And then in addition, lots of assignments at the same time as we're doing clinical. Got to go home and study, and it's just not sustainable. There's lack of trauma-informed care in education. Many instructors and preceptors are not trained to support students dealing with anxiety, trauma, mental health struggles, and it shows. They just expect you to show up and get on with everything. Poor communication. It's common to feel like no one knows what's going on, or you're giving half information, or they don't really answer your question properly. We're expected to be, it's part of the nursing competencies actually, to be registered in British Columbia, to be a communicator. Effective communicator with the healthcare team, effective communicator with your patients, and that includes nursing instructors. They should be better at communicating. And then you have to deal with last minute changes of the schedule, their assignments, expectations aren't clear, their grading rubric is not clear. It adds just even more stress. Inaccessible accommodations. So say if you're a student with any physical or mental disabilities and you need help, or if you're neurodivergent, chronically ill, or you're just overwhelmed, good luck getting any real support. You often will have to advocate just hard to be heard. So what needs to change? we need to do more than being resilient. Resilient is fine, but sometimes I feel that's a cop-out, so the system doesn't have to change. We need structural change. Burnout is not a personal failure. It's a sign that the system is not working. The system is toxic. So things like we should normalize rest and mental health days in nursing school. Trauma-informed faculty training. They're teaching it to us, but do they actually use it on us, with us? More flexible timelines and hybrid options. Like, my program is mostly online, actually, except for labs and clinical. But that said, it's hard to get feedback just through email. Things can be misconstrued. It's nice to have optional, actually in-person classes or drop in to see the instructor, not just like, oh, set up a Teams call, like, or a phone call. It's a disconnect there. Improve our clinicals, how the clinicals are run. Less busy work, more real support. There's a lot of busy work. I can tell you most of my cat's back there. Most of the assignments I did last year, I tell you, like, for the most part, I don't remember most of them. If they weren't with my learning, like pathophysiology, pharmacology, maternity, pediatrics, that's helpful, mental health nursing. But some of the fluff courses, like, I don't remember the assignments, and how was that really going to help my learning be a nurse? Like, I heard from nurses when they graduate years later, some of the stuff they actually forget. So what was the point? And just real mentorship, not judgment. So luckily, my program, the good thing is there's a requirement to get a nurse mentor, and they have to fill out a form, and we let the school know. So I have one, but some students I think just use them like at the beginning of the semester 1 and 2. Those assignments you have to ask the mentor questions. But after that, I think most people don't talk to them. But I did pretty much through the whole program, either weekly or bi-weekly. I've been in contact and I talk to my mentor because it's a really good sounding board to see where you're at, and just talk to someone who's been through it. You know, I have to say it's a really interesting relationship because it's not a family member, it's not a friend, it's not a counselor, and so I've really enjoyed building this nursing student and mentor relationship. So yeah, just imagine if schools actually asked, how are you holding up, and meant it. If you told them you had some sort of issue or disability, and they actually acknowledged it and say, are you doing okay? How are you? And just, focusing on the schoolwork or pushing you to where you need to go, or you have to go to med search for your preceptorship. Like, so to anyone who's watching this, who's in nursing school and feels like they're drowning, you're not alone. If you're thinking maybe I'm not cut out for this, I promise you are. You are, because it took me 20 years actually to get to this point, to be in nursing school, because off and on throughout that time, I thought, it's going to take too long, I'm not going to be able to do it, I'm not smart enough, I'm not cut out for it because I'm too introverted, I'm more quiet, reflective, I don't do well in busy environments. That's not true. Nursing is full of different personalities. There's so many different jobs. Nursing needs all the different perspectives. So it's not just about the loudest person in the room, the most outgoing person in the room. There is a place for you in nursing. As long as you want to put in the work, you want to help people, then there's a spot for you. So yeah, comment below in this video and let me know if it resonates with you. Have you gone through something similar in school, being burnt out before you graduate? Because I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I know I'm going to take a long break. And if you see my other videos, I'm not sure. I'll be working where I've graduated. I think I'll be moving abroad and thinking about maybe creating my own self-employment wellness business. So thank you again. I will see you in the next video.